Well, good evening, everybody. Hey, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
We're the Big Family Homestead. And doggone it, I know the counter was saying that we had 4 minutes left or whatever, but we got impatient.
Well, we were running kind of late, too.
Running kind of late, impatient. And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day
Are
to
you
all
a
of
happy
you.
mother?
I am a happy mother.
You know what? I have to say something right now. You have to refer to Christa. Well, the mic's got to come up a little bit there, honey, since I'm going to get away with what I'm going to get away with. You've got to call her Lady Christa from now on. And you know why?
Lord Brad.
Because that was her present for Mother's Day. I purchased 10 square feet of Scotland property in the right spot, and so therefore she's technically a lady. Lady Christa.
Lord Brad.
I present to you. Refer to her as Lady Christa from now on.
So it is a thing. He's not being silly. It is a real thing. You can go to, what is it? Is it Established Titles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a website. You can purchase.
It's deeded property.
Deeded property. So.
Yeah. And then if you go through the right process, she's technically a lady.
Because you're a landowner in Scotland, you become a lord and a lady.
You were always a lady. Oh, yeah. She was always a lady.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So, happy Mother's Day to all of you.
To our mothers.
And happy Mother's Day to you, Lady Christa.
Thank you, Lord Brad.
Thank you. So, quick recap, your ladyship, yeah. And you know what? In the contract, they use the word bequeath a lot.
They really did. I read it out loud. It was really hysterical.
Yeah. Well, here's a quick recap while we wait for people to jump on board, because tonight is going to be a fun night. We've got a lot of we've got celebrity appearances. We've even got some shameless plugs.
Oh, very shameless
plugs. You'll see.
Yes.
It's so over the top that they're fun.
It is really fun.
So, what's going on with Brutus? Tell me about Brutus.
So we had Brutus neutered this past week, Wednesday.
Thank you, Hermit.
We had him neutered this past week, and he has been
whiny.
He is such a baby. It's ridiculous. Such a baby.
Well, I would be too if you took him.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be dealing well with it. Do you?
No, probably not. No.
Brutus is a baby.
He is a baby. He's always been a whiner anyway. And but what's really funny is the vet thought that his name was Boy. The vet and all of the techs, they put it in the system as Boy.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the vet because we go to church with him, and I was just saying, you know, he when they called and said that he was ready to go, I said, "Oh, how did he do?" "Oh, he's so whiny." I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, I told the vet that, you know, he whined the entire time going home.
So how's
I said
Boy?
Brutus. I said Brutus whined the entire time. He's like, "Well, who's Brutus?" It's like, "My dog that you neutered today."
Yeah.
And he's like, "We all think his name is Boy." I'm like, who in their right mind names their dog Boy?
He thought so too.
I'm like, you already think we're crazy. This must have just been the icing on the cake. So it was really hysterical.
True.
But he's doing better. We're still giving him his medication just to kind of keep him calm and, you know, make sure that he doesn't have any pain. And so I'm not quite sure how well it works, but
I don't know. I'm not going to try it out to see.
Well, no, of course not.
Yeah.
It's meant for dogs, not
So,
humans.
Sunshine, Baubles, and Bling is actually giving us a great segue. Sunshine Bobbles and Blinks says, I had to search for your video live. It wasn't recommended in my recommended section. So weird. We've been having a lot of weird stuff happening with YouTube, which is why we finally pulled the plug, and we are going to be putting all of our content over on Rumble.
Yep.
Started to do that today.
Yep.
So if you don't have a Rumble account, go get one. If you would be so kind, if you are over there, I don't even know how it works yet, to be honest. I just know if you can like our videos or do whatever Rumble does to make it better, because we are being censored like crazy now, and I don't know why. We're pretty, vanilla.
We are pretty vanilla. I mean, we're not controversial usually. We kind of
once in a while
we kind of tiptoe around sensitive topics. But yeah, I mean, this last week we really got censored hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Patricia had to search too.
Yeah, playing bad music over the top of and
they did that.
They did that, and I said, "Honey, let me hear the raw video." And so he played it for me.
And we were just talking about being prepared.
Yeah, it was so vanilla.
We were talking about inflation. Well, now I wonder if this will get banned now too. I don't know.
Don't say that word anymore.
So, but anyway, yeah, it's Big Family Homestead on Rumble. So if you go over there and do whatever you do to make Rumble so that people see us, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start putting content over there. We're not ditching YouTube.
No.
But if stuff gets blocked, it's going to be over there.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Especially our spiritual stuff.
Yes.
Because we have a devotion channel that a lot of you, I'm noticing a lot of names, a lot of you guys come to the devotion channel, which is Big Family Devotions. And that's going to be over there too, because you can't even read what's in the Bible like straight out and it not be something that triggers the woke crowd.
Yeah. Right.
So be looking for that over there. Please check us out on Rumble. They will, I'm sure, help. We don't know how it works yet, but we're going to work on it.
Yeah, I actually went to log into my account. I had it, and then I deleted it because I never used it.
Yeah.
And now I'm having trouble logging in. So.
Oh, Yarn Prepper, are you joking? I heard that music and thought you did it. It was horrible.
No, it was awful. I mean, I think there was like 3 or 4 songs going at the same time, so nothing would be copywritten.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy.
So Rumble. It's we're going to try to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I have clicked on a tool that will import our library of videos over there. I can't imagine their poor servers because we have well over 3,000 videos.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Goes back to 2014.
Yeah, it's going to take weeks for all those videos to get moved over, I'm sure.
So
be patient. We're working on it. So,
Okay. So if you don't mind, check it out. You know what? I think it's time to talk about what I learned today. That's right. Feel the delicious music. It's already done. Okay. What did you learn today? And this is the portion of the broadcast where you share with us, Dan Schneider. What did you learn today, Tom? What did you learn today, Tanya? And Tim Skidmore. What about Naomi and Mike DeFazio?
Not just today, but maybe this week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pam, everybody, what did you learn this week while Christa shares what she learned?
Well, I learned that you can plan all you want, but you have to be willing to improvise when stuff doesn't work out exactly how you wanted it.
When it comes to
gardening.
That's an important part.
Yeah. Well, it could be applied to pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I got stuck up there, or got stuck there for a second.
Well, it is easy to get stuck up when you're a lady.
Oh, yes.
Lady Christa.
No, not really.
Tennis Buffy.
Oh, yuck. So we did everything in the garden. We had to make some adjustments on a few things, which was not a big deal. But I'm finding that, planning even with homeschooling, I'm thinking, okay, it's May 8th already. And we have been outside 3 days this past week, which was awesome because it was just absolutely gorgeous outside. And I'm thinking we're going to have to cut school short. We have so many projects that we have to get done before winter. And our summers are not long. They are short. So we may have to, cut school short.
Well, that actually brings me to what I learned today, is that in Wisconsin, you can actually skip spring altogether.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 80 degrees
Coming up
in a few days.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? 80 degrees. We had snow on the ground 2 weeks ago, like snowing
Right.
from the sky and on the ground
Right.
2 weeks ago. Now it's going to be 80 degrees in a few days.
Right. I'm not. Okay. How do I say this without complaining? I don't like the hot weather. I can't say it without complaining. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like the hot weather. I have gotten so used to it being cooler. Even when it was 60 degrees when we were outside, I'm like, "Oh, I'm dying."
Yeah.
So, holy smokes, I'm praying the air conditioner works this summer.
Yeah, that is actually a concern. Isn't that funny that we're concerned? I mean, we could live without it.
We can live without it. We would just live in the basement is pretty much what it would be.
Well, yeah, our blood has changed to where, I mean, when we lived in Florida, this would be
Oh, we'd be freezing.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talk to our family that lives down in Florida, and I tell them, oh, it's 60 degrees today. Oh, that's so cold.
Did you wear a jacket? No.
No, I had shorts on.
No. Yep.
So-
I love the things that you guys are saying that you're learning. I hope you're reading these comments. These are great. And also, too, please, quick favor, hit the like button because that actually does change the YouTube algorithm now.
Yep.
To where if you hit the like button, they'll go, oh, there's people watching this live stream. We should send it out. So
Goodness.
anyway, there you go. I think we're almost updated. No, tonight we had a recital. That was
We
fun.
did. The kids had their piano recital, and they all did amazing. It was so neat.
Yes.
Caleb and his friend Eric, they played the Victor Borga piano Hungarian. No.
Yeah, that's the name of the composer.
Oh, the composer did Hungarian Rhapsody, but Victor Borga had a different arrangement.
Well, they play. Okay, Liszt is the composer.
Yes.
He's dead.
Yes.
Victor Borga is dead, but more recently.
Right. So if you look up Victor
It's
Borga
hilarious.
Hungarian Rhapsody, it is hysterical. So him and his friend Eric did this piece tonight. It was awesome.
Yeah, they were tripping on each other, and it was really, really funny. So,
No, we don't miss Florida.
why did we move? That's a long story that we don't have time to tell you today.
Not
Maybe that's
today.
a rumble. That could be a rumble.
Yeah.
You know, it might be time for a recap.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, okay, here we go. Are you guys ready? I hope you're ready for some good news. I am sick to death of all the bad news.
Yep.
Everywhere you look. And I miss Paul Harvey, the radio guy. He was awesome. He had a team of people that would scour the news stories everywhere, and he would share the coolest stories, the most courageous, most patriotic, most advanced human awesomeness. And I miss it. So we're going to do it. We're going to do our own version. And then after this, we've got the What's It Worth game. Tonight's going to be unusually awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
who's first and who's second? We didn't decide.
I'm odds tonight.
Your Lady Christa is odd.
I'm odd tonight.
Mwah.
Yeah, Mike DeFazio said earlier, did you bring me mini Reese's on my little silky pillow? No, he did not. That's really okay.
I made her a lady. That doesn't
you're
sound
a
right.
lady.
That doesn't sound very good.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Okay, so you're odd on your
I'm
mark.
odd.
Get set.
Tonight,
Get a girl.
I'm odd. After a young boy's woodworking project went viral, he seized on his new internet following to raise money, not for himself, but for the children of Ukraine. The power of a viral social media post never ceases to astound. When Gabriel Clarkey's proud dad tweeted a link to his son's hobby, carving wooden bowls and posting them for sale on Instagram, it went viral. And his Insta followers jumped from 6 to 277,000 in just 48 hours. Holy smokes.
Get it, boy.
Rather than fulfilling the 20,000 requests for wooden bowls, Clarkey Woodwork, who lives in Cumbria in northern England, announced he would make one single bowl, Gabriels Bowl for Ukraine, to be given out in a lottery to anyone who makes a donation to save the children in Ukraine. Virility struck once again, and a $6,260, 5,000 pounds appeal turned into $250,000 in year, 250,000 euros success. With nearly 15,000 people donating, part of the viral bump came when the appeal came after when it came to the attention of J.K. Rowling, Nick Offerman, and Stephen Fry, who all passed it along to their unfathomable
pretty cool
number of followers. I never imagined that my tweet would turn into this amazing thing. Somehow it's resulted in people donating over 250,000 pounds to help children in Ukraine. It's just incredible, said Richard Clarkey, Gabriel's father. Gabriel's Bowl for Ukraine now has a new home. Renuka Chapman, congratulations, the family wrote on the fundraising page. We are now at 245,000 pounds. A truly unbelievable figure, and Save the Children would like me to pass on their immense gratitude.
Amen.
When Gabriel rang me to let me know I'd won the bowl, I was completely overwhelmed. I'd never won a single thing before, wrote Renuka. This bowl will be one of my most treasured possessions. It represents hope, compassion, and kindness. It will have pride of place in my home.
Well
That's
done, Gabriel.
Awesome. Look at that.
My friend. Come on over to Central Wisconsin and we'll treat you to any number of Culver's delicious concrete mixers.
Right.
And no, they're not sponsoring the channel.
No, of course not.
But they should. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Well done, Gabriel. Good job.
Yes.
Now,
That's
this next
awesome.
story, guys, it's a science story. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it because it just seems so bizarre.
Yes. Very
But
bizarre.
let's see if Lady Christa can get through this without
Giggling.
Tee-hee. Right? You ready?
Yes.
There we go. There's fish. Because it doesn't spoil the story to show you fish beforehand. It's not the size of the fish, but the motion of the ocean, as they say. Marine biologists have proven this idiom true in the strongest possible terms. When the shiny and humble anchovy mates, it does so in such numbers and with such vigor that it causes the ocean to shake and mix in the same way as a powerful storm. Shake and mix, baby. Oh, yeah. Discovered at a coastal inlet in northern Spain, 14 days of anchovy spawning behavior was found to increase subsurface ocean turbulence by 10 to 100 times equivalent to storms and even a rough tide. The finding took place during calm weather when a best opportunity to pinpoint the source of the ocean turbulence was at its best. Beyond humor, the relevance of this discovery is twofold. First, the first major point is that all of this turbulence created during the fish baby making helps to facilitate the mixing of the layers of the ocean with deep, cooler waters blending with shallow, warmer waters. This enhances the oxygen and nutrients of both. The second is that the precise behavior has been dismissed as a potential ocean mixer. So the finding corrects the scientific record calling biomixing. Its impact was observed to be the strongest near the coast, where the scientist fished up the anchovy eggs with small nets to confirm where spawning had taken place. Anchovies mate through spawning, where the females release eggs and the males release sperm to fertilize them. This is done in what could be described as a competitive event, stimulating the fish to act with speed and aggression, and thus swirling the ocean. I guess you could say they truly do put the motion in the ocean.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, yeah. Come on, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy.
My goodness.
Think of the implications.
No.
You could put some hydroelectric kind of generator down there, so when the fish are nearby, they'll be generating so much.
Right. Sure.
They could generate true power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could.
They could. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Dan says he's not going to swim in that water. Mm-mm.
Icky.
No. And Meg's, as I'm putting leftover walleye in the fridge.
Icky.
Oh, they're terrific on pizza.
Dory!
See, I can't.
She's one of our Patreon.
Oh, very
folks.
cool. Thank you. I cannot touch anchovies. I do not like fishy fish at all. Salmon is about as fishy fish as I can handle.
Way back in high school, for about 5 minutes, I worked at Pizza Hut. And there was this one gigantic black dude that would come in every Friday night and order anchovy and pineapple pizza.
Oh, nasty.
Salty and sweet.
Ugh.
Salty and sweet. Oh, Bulletproof Pastor just found us on Rumble and subscribe.
Awesome.
Thank you. If you're a Rumbleite or a Rumbler, please go and subscribe, because we're going to be able to do a little bit more there. Yeah. So, fish, who knew?
The power of love.
Yeah, Kentucky Prepper. There we go.
Oh, my goodness.
This next
really
lady
funny.
is a rock star.
All right. Muddy Mildred Wilson is at it again.
Boom.
The 83-year-old with 2 tough mudder races to her name just crushed the third one, becoming the oldest person ever to finish the 5K, the famous 5K. The Tough Muddle 5K in Missouri, Wilson's home state, was honored to feature the octogenarian.
Ooh.
That is a word we learned in Latin.
Nice.
Octo meaning 8. Generarian means how many years, how long she... Yep.
Yay for homeschool.
Yes. Octogenarian for the third time in this event. She was raising money to drill freshwater well in a rural African village. GNN has reported on Wilson's races before. In 2021, when she completed her second 5K, she dedicated it to her late husband, Farrell, who was able to see her cross the finish line for her first race in 2019.
Nice.
I had watched her son do the world's toughest mudder in Vegas, Mildred said in 2019. According to the local news reports, he asked me last fall if I would like to do one. I said yes, but if I do it, I want to be able to really do it, not just be out there. Now she's doing it because her son, Danny Wilson, who first inspired her to start the Tough Mudders, is the leader of the youth group working to raise money to drill wells in Africa. I will get muddy so others can drink clean water.
Amen.
I would love for you to help me make the vision a reality. The village in question has a single water hole in about the same color as the Tough Mudder ponds that Wilson must crawl through early on in the 5K. If it doesn't rain, her son explains in a video, the villagers must travel over a literal mountain range to find the next one.
Wow. Well, Mildred.
Thank you.
Cheese curds aplenty.
Yeah.
Come on down. We'll take you to Culver's. I'm telling you.
No
she's
kidding.
a rock star.
Yeah.
She's a rock star. And you know what? This ought to be a lesson to all of us. When we complain about our aches and pains, when we're like, yeah, I don't feel so good getting out of bed this morning.
Yeah, think about Mildred. Muddy Mildred. She's
Nice.
83.
Nice.
83. That's insane.
Cool. Laura H. is the 13th follower of ours on Rumble. And thank you for putting that up there, Mike DeFazio. Greatly appreciate it.
Oh, very cool.
That's nice. All right, here we go. This is kind of a, I don't know. This might divide the crowd.
Okay.
Because the topic in question, you either like them or you don't like them.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
You just don't.
You either love them or you despise
you're like, I
them.
don't care. And that is this. Mushrooms.
Yummy.
Boom.
Delicious.
Since spring is waking up in the woodlands of northern hemisphere, how about I try that again? The northern hemisphere, which means under apple, elm, and sycamore trees, one might find themselves a tasty treat: black morel mushrooms. In the world of edible fungus, that just sounds gross to me. Edible fungus.
I know.
They're tasty, but
something that doesn't require light to grow.
Edible fungus.
Yeah, but they're delicious.
In the world of edible fungus are highly prized and are, for North Americans, what boletists, I don't even know what that is, boletus is for Europeans. However, before long, you might be able to find them in a store, as a Danish biologist has found a way to reliably cultivate morels indoors, something that's never been done before.
Wow.
That seems bizarre to me.
That seems very bizarre, yeah.
Like it.
But I do know that there are some mushroom growers that can grow mushrooms inside in a sterile environment.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
As production is about 20 pounds per square yard per year, a commercially grown morel would still be highly coveted and demand a large price, but not probably the $230 per kilogram they go for today. Yet, the work at the Royal Veterinary, why would it be veterinary? Anyway,
it's veterinary and agricultural.
Oh,
yeah.
They just combine them.
Yeah, it's
veterinary
both of
and
them.
agricultural university at the University of Copenhagen that's gone in to produce this myocultural breakthrough has been going on for decades. So suddenly, that seemingly small amount seems celebratory. The universities, in a video presentation, detailed that the controlled cultivation is so well developed that the commercial production can commence as soon as automation of the process can be sorted out. The combined efforts in this area resulted in isolated mycelium spores from as many as 347 different fruit bodies up to May 2021. From all of these different generic individuals, they identified a few that were suitable for mass production. So, what do you think?
Wow.
Are you a mushroom lover or not? Do you put them on your pizzas?
Yes.
What do you guys think? What's your favorite mushroom? Or do you just go, edible fungus? Not interested.
Well, I did the figures for the kilograms because we don't measure in kilograms. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds.
Wow.
So it's about $115 a pound.
Wow.
And if they do 20 pounds per square yard, that is insane.
That's really a lot.
3 foot by 3 foot section, 20 pounds.
Well, I will say that there was a time that I visited a mushroom. It was like
it was over on the
east side.
Yeah, near Milwaukee and Green Bay, right?
Yeah, there was a business
Yeah.
that they sell mushroom spore and all things with mushrooms, and it was not uncommon for them to be just huge and thick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. They like mushrooms.
Crazy.
All right, so
I don't think I've ever had a morel, so I really like the baby bellas. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
The button mushrooms are okay, but I like the baby bellas.
Well, it has come to be our shameless plug time. So tell folks about the store is stocked. And
Yes.
Store stocked, and then meet us on Rumble and Patreon.
Yes. You can do the Patreon thing.
I'll go quick.
Yeah.
We post a lot of videos on Patreon that we can't get away with here.
Yeah.
And it honestly helps us out. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
So for those of you who already do support, even if it's $1 or $2, it really, really does help.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. The website, bigfamilyhomestead.com, there is items in stock. The beard balms, the healing hands, lip balms, shave oil, those are all there. And get them while you can, because there's not many right now. So if you need some, they're there.
And rumble it up.
Rumble it up, man.
We've seen the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And if they're going to ban us here, we want to have a second way to communicate with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, I got to go back to the mushroom thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Because lots of folks are saying the mushrooms are great. You know, I looked up mushrooms, what the health benefits are for mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. You just did.
Yeah. Lots of antioxidants. I forgot what else. What else did I say? Oh, they're... I don't know. Look it up.
They're only good for royalty and lordship and ladyship.
No, look it up, though. There's a lot of health benefits to mushrooms. So I am eating mushrooms almost every day now.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't today. I was going to, but I decided
I can
not
see
to.
they'd be good in a salad. The way we do them on the griddle, oh, man.
Yeah. I really like to mix them with onions and asparagus and have them with a steak or
some meat,
some eggs. It's really, really good.
We haven't done breakfast on the griddle.
No, we need to do breakfast.
We've got an outdoor griddle she
Yeah.
bought the family for Christmas, and it's been stellar.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. The Ware family, we're close to them in terms of proximity.
Yeah.
And she's saying they like the Thrive mushrooms.
I really do too. But I've actually been buying fresh mushrooms, just because I like to saute them in the skillet, and they're so good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have to have mushrooms tomorrow. So
mushrooms,
they're so yummy.
Oh, funny thing, Ware family. Hey there, Jess. We were at the store yesterday, and just so you know, this is the kind of love we have for you guys and your family.
Baby taquito.
We actually bought 4 boxes of taquitos for the next time we do Bible devotion, because we know your boy loves them.
Yep, for little baby taquito.
That's cute.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
He is. All right, so are you up?
Yep.
You're up.
It's my turn.
On your mark.
I need my eyeballs.
This is hilarious.
Okay. A chipped marble statue bought for $35 from a thrift store has turned out to be a priceless 2,000-year-old Roman bust.
Like you couldn't get $5 million for it because that's not enough.
It's priceless. You can't put a price tag on it. But she bought it for $35. When Austin, Texas-based art collector Laura Young purchased the marble bust at a local Goodwill store in 2018, she didn't know that she accidentally had stumbled upon a century-old sculpture that once belonged in the collection of King Ludwig I of Bavaria.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Oh, mama.
At the time, the find was hilariously pictured, buckled into the seat of Laura's car, complete with the price sticker on his cheek.
On his face at a Goodwill.
Yeah, the work which was initially identified by Sotheby's consultant Jörg Detterling.
Jürgen.
And further authenticated by the Bavarian administration of state-owned palaces, gardens, and lakes.
We need to know them.
Is now
lordly.
Is now on view at the San Antonio Museum of Art through May 2023.
Wow.
Okay. Once installed in the courtyard of
Go for it.
Pompeijanum.
Very nice. Nice.
A replica of a Roman villa in Pompeii built by the king of
That one's harder.
Aschafenburg.
Roman busts.
A Roman bust, which dates from the late 1st century BC to the early 1st century AD, disappeared following World War II. Young, who actively looks for unexpected and undervalued artworks and antiques, discovered the Roman bust on the floor beneath a table at a Goodwill charity store.
Just laying around.
On the floor, yeah.
It was probably in like the get rid of bin.
Right. After purchasing it, she noticed how old and worn the sculpture looked and began a multi-year journey to determine its authenticity and origin.
Should have sold it.
Yeah, no kidding. She met with experts in the University of Texas Austin Art History Department, as well as several auction houses. After Detterling made the identification, he supported the process of connecting Young with the German authorities.
Love it.
As part of the agreement to return the sculpture to its rightful home in Germany, the Bavarian agency agreed that the work could go on view at SAMA to engage the public with its history and story. My husband and I were on a road trip when I got the email confirming that the head was indeed ancient Roman. Soon after that, Sotheby's got in touch. Young said there were a few months of intense excitement after that, but it was bittersweet since I knew I couldn't keep or sell the bust.
Ain't that
either way,
a kick in the head?
Either way, I'm glad I got to be a small part of its long and complicated history.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
She adds,
who gets it then?
He looked great in the house while I had him. Some museum. It's going to go to some museum.
Yeah, but they're going to
Yeah.
It's there's a price tag, but oh man.
I know that's infuriating.
That is infuriating. That's how socialism works.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice that you got something nice?
She made a good choice. Almost picked the Elvis garden gnome instead.
Except she gets nothing. That's
nothing.
So frustrating.
Absolutely
nothing. What's in the box? The red snapper? Or what's in the box?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would drive me nuts.
I can't believe it.
Now it's going to be a bird feeder. Nice.
Yeah. It almost looks like the nose got broken off and glued back on.
Oh, do you guys remember hearing about, this was probably about 10 years ago. There was a family that had this painting that they kept behind their couch. They had it for years. The parents gave it to them. They didn't think anything about it. They called it the mic. Nobody knew why they called it the mic.
Okay.
And then somebody took it in to be, they were going to get rid of it, value it. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Turned out to be a Michelangelo painting. Had been behind their couch for years.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding?
Millions of dollars.
Oh man.
The mic. They used to call
That's
it
hysterical.
Yeah, it's just the mic.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A free pass to the museum at least, free
Lifetime.
trip. Yeah.
Probably from California.
Had a nose job. That's funny.
Okay. Let's see. What is this story?
I don't know. You picked them.
This is a weird story. I might even just paraphrase this. I'll read the first bit. It's a strange story because it's hard to follow.
Okay.
Let's see. There's the mic. No, that's not the mic.
No, that's not the mic.
He's a busty. Okay. It's so commonplace that we barely give it a second thought, but human brains seem hardwired to see human faces where there are none, in objects such varied objects as the moon, toys, plastic bottles, tree trunks, vacuum cleaners. Some have even seen and imagined Jesus in a cheese piece on toast. I've seen that. They sell those.
Yeah. Potato chips.
Until now, scientists haven't understood exactly why the brain is doing what it's doing when it processes visual signals and interprets them as representations of the human face. Neuroscientists at the University of Sydney now say how our brains identify and analyze real human faces is conducted by the same cognitive process that identify illusory faces. Okay. Are you guys tracking? Should I keep going? Exactly.
I think I got it, yeah.
We're good? From an evolutionary perspective, it seems that the benefit of never missing a face far outweighs the errors where inanimate objects are seen as faces, says Professor David Elias, lead author and study from the School of Psychology. There is a great benefit in detecting faces quickly, he said. But the system that plays fast and loose by applying a crude template to 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, lots of things can satisfy the template and thus triggers face detection. That's interesting. This facial recognition response happens lightning fast in the brain with a few hundred milliseconds. We know that these objects are truly not faces, yet the perception of a face lingers. Okay, now, but this is where it gets weird. They go on, they get all sciencey for a while. But here, let me read this paragraph because this one's pretty awesome. Jessica Talbert and her colleagues at the U.S. National Institute of Mental Health in Maryland. Okay, I got to paraphrase. They figured out that monkeys do the same thing.
How do they know that?
They do their sciencey thing. But they figured out the monkeys do the same exact thing. You know what? And it makes sense to me from the position of who's going to live and who's going to die. Your brain reacts to, is that a threat? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that God programmed us that way. I can absolutely see that.
Oh, yeah.
To be ready to defend yourself. You know, I see faces all the time, and that sounds funny. Like, truthfully, I'm not.
I see faces all the time.
I see dead people.
Oh, stop.
No, you know what I'm saying. You see them in patterns, like on the paint on the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like,
or on the carpet.
Yeah,
you'll see a pattern of a face in the carpet, or something.
And you know, it's like they said. You know, it's not really a person.
Right. It's not.
But the weird thing is, they figured out monkeys do it too.
I'm not Lord Christa. I'm Lady Christa.
The science is settled.
Get it straight, Ware family. Come on. I expect to be addressed as such.
Properly.
No. I'm just kidding.
These last two are great.
All right. All right. A self-confessed charity addict won more than 100 charity addict.
Isn't that great?
My gosh. Won more than $145 million in the lottery, allowing her to overdose on her admitted addiction.
OD, baby.
Okay, that's 115 pounds. Or, euros, not pounds. Sorry, they don't do pounds anymore. Making news headlines around the UK and Ireland, Frances Connolly has already given away 60 euros, $74 million, with her husband, Paddy Patrick, who actually bought the winning lottery ticket.
Okay, keep going.
Helping people, just gives you a buzz. I'm addicted to it now, 55-year-old Connolly said in an interview. Connolly has been helping people since childhood. She volunteered at St. John's Ambulance as a child and set up an AIDS helpline while a student in Belfast. She runs several community groups that do a variety of work, from helping refugees to providing seniors with tablets so they can video call their families. Winning the Euro Millions 2019 jackpot gave her all kinds of ideas on how to help people. And so she used money to immediately set up 2 professional charities. So when we first sat down with our cup of tea, Patty said, "Go on then, make your list."
I love it.
She said that most of the big money ideas have already been given out. and that she has received a yearly charity budget from her husband.
She said, "This is all you can spend."
Right. So who still works at at his plastic company.
Great.
Though she's already spent her way up to 2032's allocation. Whoops. She wasn't overwhelmed, but rather recalled all of those conversations she had throughout her life about what would you do if you won the lottery, and the hierarchy of helping was well established. I'm thinking I'm at about 10 to 11 million directly to charity, as well as the money in the 2 charities here and in Northern Ireland. And I don't keep a tally. In fact, I don't keep a tally in case Patty finds it.
Uh-oh.
In terms of personal treats, they did buy a new house, a 6-bedroom home in Durham with 7 acres of land.
Good for you.
Cool. I've never actually had to come to terms with all that money because we've had it for such a short amount of time, she says, adding that most of it has already been pieced out to her large family, given to charity, or placed in safekeeping somewhere. Would she hide it in the mattress?
Oh, man.
If I had any advice for a winner, I'd say money liberates you to be the person you want to be, she told the BBC, also reporting on her winnings. If you're stupid before you get it, you're going to be stupid afterwards.
It's bigger stupid. All right, folks, what would you do? What would you do? Let's say you won $10 million, and after the government takes all their stuff and you do blah, 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 you end up with, say, $5 million. What would you do? Ware family, what would you do? Koki, what would you do? Kentucky Prepper, Mama Bear, Jeton, what would you do if all of a sudden you got $5 million? Spendable $5 million. What would you do?
Probably buy 100 acres and put houses on it for all of our kids, and maybe 1,000 acres.
Machine gun nests.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah.
We could go to Afghanistan.
Get everything set up.
We could go to Afghanistan and pick up some cheap military equipment from.
I think they have some.
There's a lot of stuff on sale over there.
Isn't there an auction going right now?
No, they're just learning how to use it. Mama Bear says she would start her homesteading community.
Yeah. I would probably buy 1,000 acres, build homes for all our kids, pay off all our kids' debt if they had any. Get them all here. We'd get everything that we wanted to have for cows and goats and chickens and whatever they wanted to do, and
replace the roof. Love it.
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Delaney B has the winning answer. Pray for wisdom. That's honestly. Honestly, because just because all of a sudden you have a load of cash, buy YouTube, Laura.
I don't think we'd have that many billions of dollars.
Billions. Yeah, you'd have to win a few more lottos.
You'd have to
Praying for wisdom, though, I think that's a solid answer.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, last story before we get to our game, and I know you guys are going to love the game tonight.
Oh, yeah, you will.
It's going to be fun. I thought this story was great, and Christa was like irritated. And I
was a tad miffed about this story.
And you'll see why. I think I can see both sides of it now, though. I really can. I can see both sides of it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 1945, let's go back to the great year of 1945, American GIs stole a birthday cake from a 13-year-old Italian girl while they were embattled with Nazi occupiers. 77 years later, the Department of Defense found room in the budget to include a replacement birthday cake for Mary Mayone at a ceremony that they held in Vincenzi Salvi Gardens. They gave back the stolen cake. Americans are well liked in that part of Italy that saw conflict during World War II. They arrived there before all other parts of Europe. However, in 1945, some presumably hungry soldiers took Mary Mayone's birthday cake, baked by her mom for her special day, while fighting was taking place in the village of San Pietro in Gu. In a scene like something from a Tom and Jerry cartoon, Mary's cake was left on the windowsill to cool, having just been taken out of the warm oven. It was stolen by what U.S. Department of Defense described as resourceful Americans. That I don't know. They took the cake. Admit it.
They were hungry. I get it.
And I get it.
So they took it.
Yeah. It was a little awkward, but it makes me feel great to give her cake back, said Sergeant Peter Wallace, who had the honor of presenting the retroactive 13th-year-old birthday treat in a ceremony last week. Tomorrow, we will eat that dessert with my family, remembering all this wonderful day that I will never forget, Mion said. For the ceremony, National Archive workers dug up photographs from the battles all around Vincenza. As bitter as the fighting was, the photographs depict a fast-growing warmness between the American soldiers and the locals, who would offer bread and wine during pauses in the conflict. You see, I dig that. I know you could probably look at it as too little too late, but I look at it as, hey, at least they're making amends.
Right.
And they're trying.
Right.
It's probably all PR, but doggone, at least they're making amends, right?
I guess I got a little miffed about, okay, they're going to return a cake to a 13-year-old girl. Fine. What about all the other people that they took stuff from? The cows that were taken because they were starving, or, You know what? I have a hard time with that because I appreciate so much what our soldiers did. Yes, I do. I do. I'm not.
And they did
I'm
what
not
they had
dismissing
to do.
that. I'm not dismissing that, but those families should have been compensated too.
Yeah.
So that's, and the part that kind of got me miffed was that they found room in the budget.
Well, that was
this
probably a
lady's
joke
cake.
to put in the article.
Yeah, well.
And here's another thing too, and I'm not trying to dismiss anything or minimize. I know it's a small thing that the woman's cake went away.
Yeah.
But think of how many lives they saved by being there.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Of course. And also, I bet that cake they had rationed for a long time to be able to make that cake.
I'm sure it was a bad thing for their family to lose the cake. I'm not doubting any of it.
No, I know.
I just think it's like, I'm glad they're returning the. I know this is a funny thing to be like going. I'm emotional about this cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 They secured the cake so the enemy wouldn't get it. Hey, it's government. The cake cost at least $50,000. Hey, swamp picker. Okay, Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready. We have got to talk about this. What's it worth? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new game show. We are playing for keeps. You are playing for keeps.
Playing for keeps.
Yeah, absolutely. The way this game works is, think of a not too distant future. Think of a not too distant future, and you are faced with the reality of you can't get stuff that you want from the store anymore.
Right, exactly.
And you go to the store and you say, oh man, I was going to grab my delicious apple juice, but no. You want a phone. Mm-hmm. And you can't get it because they don't have them.
Right.
What's it worth? What would it be worth?
Mm-hmm.
So the way this is going to work is we're going to tell you guys about an item, and then you're going to start talking about what would you trade for it? Mm-hmm. Would you give money for it? Would you trade for it? What would you do? Then we're going to share with you some professional opinions view on what's it worth.
We don't have our
the water. Grab that.
This?
Yeah, I know it's the wrong thing.
Yes.
I know it's the wrong thing.
Yes.
But I'll explain that.
Okay.
So, first item this evening. What would it be worth to you if you couldn't get a can opener and your can opener broke? Mm-hmm. What would it be worth to you? Hey, Scott, call you Three Fingers. Hey, Three Fingers. He knows I love him. I'm razzing him because he had an accident.
He did.
How many did he lose?
I think just one.
And they put it back.
No, I think he lost one.
Did you get to keep it?
I don't know. Yuck.
That'd be cool.
No.
Anyway. So the Bulletproof Pastor happens to be here tonight. And is that?
No.
That right
pyre.
there. Boom.
There's,
This is our first expert tonight. So, sorry. Okay, so we get it. Faith and Family says a dozen farm fresh eggs. That's pretty good.
Yeah, some bread.
TJ Miller, what would you trade for a can opener, my friend? What would it be worth to you? Suzanne gets nothing. I'd use a spoon to open the can. Ah, she knows the spoon trick. A bottle capper. A bolt of fleece fabric. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, no, I wonder what kind of music we'll be playing.
No
right,
kidding.
John. Thanks. Some eggs, nothing. There are many ways to open a Space Girl. All right.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
10 pounds of ground beef for a can opener.
Whoa, that's pretty rich. Mm-hmm. This is what Pastor Bulletproof has to say about the subject. Oh, no, that's just a picture. There's a can opener.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. This is what he has to say. I haven't even listened to it.
Hi, everyone. The topic is can openers.
Honestly,
now, let me tell you,
a
can opener is one of those essential items. It's something that you don't want to let go of easily, and you want to make sure you have some. Because I tell you what, you need not only a can opener, but you need a backup can opener. And maybe you need a few more can openers because they are going to be a high barter item. This goes right along with fire starting and a good knife, a good flashlight. Think of what you could do with think of how devastating it could be to go out one night on your front porch and not have a good flashlight that will tell you the difference between a possum and a skunk from a safe distance. It's important. Now, when a can opener is one of those things, it's something that you've really got to have. Food comes in cans. A lot of food comes in cans. And I know there's a lot of them that have those snap top openers, but a lot of it doesn't come that way, and you've got to be able to open it up. How else are you going to get your tuna fish sandwich, folks? Or ladies, could you imagine your embarrassment if you didn't have a way to open up your Dijon mustard for that luncheon? Don't ask me how I got such a big can. What we did when I was a boy, back in the dark ages, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, we didn't have an electric can opener. We had electricity, but we didn't have an electric can opener because we had one of these. This is a swing away can opener. It mounts to the wall. I've taken it off the wall because this is an off the wall video, and they open cans quite well, and they did excellent for us. Now, we have a backup because everything needs a backup, and that's this can opener. This is a hand-operated can opener. These come with the crank thing, but they're kind of awkward that way, I've found. So we just get the one that turns like this. It works great. It does the job quite well. Now, if you, for some reason, just totally messed up and you don't have a can opener, you can always go out in the shop and you can find something that will open the can. You know, these have been around. These will get the job done. It's not pretty. It's kind of like slicing peaches with a sledgehammer, but it'll get the job done. Then if you've ever been out camping and forgotten the can opener, oh my, you know, that could ruin everything. But there's always the Camper Special, the Binford 6200 can opener that's been around for years and used more often than embarrassment would like to admit, and that's this. And it'll get the job done. But remember, if you only have one, you could lose it, it could break. If you only have one, you have none. So if you have two, then you have one. So always have a backup.
What do you think, guys? Is he right?
That's funny.
Is he right?
Really funny. That was a really big can of Dijon mustard.
I know. Who eats that much Dijon mustard?
You must really like Dijon mustard.
Dude, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, what recipes do you make that require that much Dijon mustard?
I think I only use Dijon mustard when I make beef stroganoff.
Huh?
And honey mustard. Take that back.
All right. I forgot to mention to you, this section of our evening, the what it's worth, this is going to be shamelessly plugged.
Oh, big time.
Shamelessly plugged.
Big time.
And you're going to enjoy it.
Yes.
It's actually to the point where it's so bad, shamelessly plugged.
It's hysterical.
That it's actually fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Was he right? Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Yes, absolutely. I would use a 1/2-inch drill.
And an M80.
Ooh. Then you get no food
I was
at
going to
all.
say, you got nothing left then.
Actually, hey, Empty Hammock, I nearly called you to find out if you wanted to participate in
Yeah.
this game. And I think you should participate next week.
Yeah, next week, definitely.
If you'd like. So what do you think? I'd use a knife to open cans. You know what I want to get is a bunch of those GI can openers. They're this big and they're metal. They just have a little flap that goes like this.
And you just kind of...
Yeah, they go slow, but they're cheap as all get out.
Pardon me, do you have any grape?
By the way, also,
Funny.
go over to the Bulletproof Pastor channel and subscribe. He's also got a Patreon. No, not a... I don't know if he has a Patreon.
He has Rumble.
He has a Rumble, and he's got a regular YouTube channel, too. So make sure that you go over there, because he's loaded with all kinds of wisdom. I'm kidding. We're friends.
Yeah.
Sledge-o-matic. It chops and hops. What in the heck could it possibly be? It's a sledge-o-matic.
Definitely.
All right, next item, guys. What do you think about an item, say, like I told you, this is going to be shamelessly plugged. Is this the next one?
I don't know which one
Oh,
is on the
yeah.
list.
This is our buddy. Okay, our buddy over there. Knife hands. Bear Independent. This is one serious dude. You don't mess around with the serious dudes. No. They make...
He scares me.
Let's just say he's got devastating intensity. And smolder.
I was just going to say, does he
know.
do the smolder?
He does. I bet he could. If you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Smolder, devastating intensity. Bear Independent. You're going to want to go over there and subscribe to this channel. I'll give you the no stink guarantee. And I'll tell you what, you go over there, you subscribe, you say that he stinks, you come back to me, get double your money back.
Yep. That's right.
So, what's a good first aid kit worth?
Yeah.
Ooh, if you can't get a good first aid kit, what's it worth? I'd say that's worth a lot.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say?
I agree. It would be worth a lot.
I'd trade a guitar.
What are you going to do with a guitar?
Entertain you and your family and friends during the evenings when you're not battling
But
zombies.
if you don't know how to play it, it's
Still good.
worth firewood.
No way.
So
Think about how much, if you don't have TV or entertainment or any of that kind of stuff.
I agree.
I'd trade a guitar.
Right. Okay, if you know how to play it, you could trade a guitar. But if you don't know how to play it, it needs to be something
way.
you can use.
That's worth a lot. A good, I'm talking good. 20 pounds of sugar? Wow.
Oof.
I'm not sure that's not enough.
I don't think that's enough. 3 weeks of food? Maybe.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
solid. You guys keep typing.
Okay, so no, if you're bleeding out, it's priceless. So
True.
I'll give you that 2,000-year-old statue.
No kidding.
Yeah?
Here's what
Yeah?
I'll trade a missing finger. This is what Bear has to say.
I heard that there might be an opportunity to do a little swappity swap for a good first aid kit, like this Bear Fact from refugemedical.com. And I got to thinking about it and I was like, you know, these are pretty important because if you die, you're not really surviving, are you? It's kind of the antithesis of survival, right? And so I think that I am willing to trade you a Hebrew starter pack, a RAM and 2 U's for a good first aid kit, which by market value, this is way cheaper than a RAM and 2 U's. So, do you accept Of course, these are available at refugemedical.com. Your promo code is BEARNATION for free shipping on everything in the store. And this is the Bear Fact 3.0. It works the entirety of the March algorithm, massive bleeding, airway, respiratory, circulation, head injury, hypothermia, and everything else. This is not a boo-boo kit, although we do sell those as well. This is a keep the blood inside your body so you don't die kit. 38 lives saved to date with this kit. So, seems pretty valuable. Yeah, I'll trade you 3 of these guys, a boy and 2 girly girls, for one of these. Deal?
I don't know. What do you think? Is he full of baloney?
No, not at all.
I think he's right on the money.
Yeah, no, I think
those are some good-looking sheep.
They are good-looking sheep. You can get your Hebrew starter kit.
That was funny. Hebrew starter kit.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
told you guys this was going to be a shameless plug portion. And
Oh, yeah.
what was that? Refuge Medical? I'm not sure he said it enough.
I'm not sure if you did.
Did you catch that? Refuge Medical?
Yeah.
Bear Independent. There are, by the way, there's no eyes in. Well, there's Independent has one eye, and then there's nothing after that.
There's no eye in
So
independent.
5 gallons of gas. That's
a lot.
that's a little slim, though. I got to be honest. I think I can see the smolder.
Sold Lola Granola.
Sold. I would take that deal.
Heck yeah.
I would take that deal. All right. I told you this was shameless plug evening.
Yep.
That was a pretty good one, don't you think?
Yeah, that was solid shameless plugging. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. We got a couple more from him.
Yep.
Right now, I brought out the wrong product.
Right. We forgot to grab. We were kind of in a hurry, so we didn't grab all of the what are they called?
Stuff.
And things.
The silver water.
No, I know, but our display items.
We didn't bring them.
Samples. That was where I was.
Okay. And the way this works, guys, is the more fun you'll have is if you're participating. So bring it on. Now, okay, if you can't get to the doctor, medical at home, right? Now we're talking Silver Arrow says gold. Now we're talking for that kit.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking. Yep. And don't forget to subscribe to him too, Bear Independent.
Yeah.
But if you can't get to the doctor, you need stuff that deals with molds, funguses, viruses.
Bacteria.
And you know what? Silver knocks that stuff
it.
out. And the company that we started actually doing some videos with, Amio Life, they make all kinds of silver products and stuff.
Yep.
So I'm going to play shameless plug video number 2. And what do you think? If you had silver products at your house that would get rid of basic stuff, molds, funguses, viruses, what do you think a good supply of silver at home? I'm trying to find the right.
It's right there.
What do you think?
Hey,
Mark,
my
set,
name's Doug,
go.
and I'm one of the co-founders of Amio Life. I'd like to just take a moment and thank Brad and Christa for letting us be a sponsor on their channel and being involved in the great work that they're doing to help change so many lives around the world. So with Amio Life, we're the formulators of alkaline structured silver. Silver's been used for thousands of years due to its natural properties and what it can do to naturally complement our health. I personally believe that silver should be used in the natural cabinet of every home around the world. Well, why, may you ask? Silver is unlike any other vitamin, mineral, herb, or botanical in the fact that it doesn't metabolize in the body. It doesn't put any additional workload on our immune system or our digestive system, where it naturally circulates through the body, combating the things that we don't want to have in our bodies. So silver naturally combats yeast, bacteria, fungus, and mold, all doing so while putting no additional workload on our immune systems or our digestive systems. What we've done different in Amio Life is develop a silver that's alkaline as compared to an acid, formulated it with structured water as compared to a distilled water or a purified water, meaning that it's fully bioavailable. It's an alkaline property. It develops a proper energetic frequency that when it's being used in the body, it's going to naturally complement what our body was designed to do originally. Not only that, but silver has a number of usages. You can use it to purify water. You can use it to clean your kitchen countertops. You can even put it in your laundry to help disinfect any properties that we don't want to have in our clothing. So if we were in a case where we were in our homes for a period of time and we see the world kind of going funny right now, I believe that this is a product that should be in every home. We can use it with our pets, we can use it ourselves, we can use it for so many different approaches to natural wellness. So as a part of what we're doing here today with Brad and Christa, what's the value of this product? Well, I saw a MasterCard commercial last night, and on that MasterCard commercial, it's what's the value, and it says priceless. Well, if the world goes even funnier on us and our MasterCards don't work, it's worth nothing. Not only is it not priceless, it's worth nothing. So I see the value in this is actually being priceless. And I'd like to know what the value that you see in this is, something that can naturally help your health, your animal's health, and contribute to the overall health and wellness of your home. And with that, I want to thank you.
Well, is he full of baloney?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
That was one good shameless plug, though.
Definitely.
I got to be honest. That was solid. That was solid.
Right.
Respect.
Yes. Jayton, yes, you can get it in a 1 gallon container.
We have purchased one of those.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And we use it all the time. All kinds of stuff.
Bucket of
We
fried
use
chicken.
it for we just use it for pink eye.
Yeah.
We just use it. I use it every time I get a cut. And boy, oh boy, it heals up a lot faster. Got to be honest.
Yeah.
The one thing that he mentioned to us that I was blown away with is purifying water.
Yeah.
That if you put the right amount of silver into
a bucket,
sketchy water.
It will purify that water.
Crazy. Crazy stuff.
Right.
Couldn't hear him very well.
Yeah, we had his volume all the way up, so there was nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We'll do that another time.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, shameless plug. Awesome. There's a link down below.
Yes.
I think. What about? Okay, here's an item for you. What about a vicious dog? Let's say you got a dog that protects your house from all the zombies, right? What would you guys give for a dog?
Are you gonna show the picture?
I will.
Okay.
Just a second.
Okay.
What about a dog? What do you think? Like something that would come at you, like a spider monkey, if you're not in the tribe.
I'm not sure. Couple weeks of food.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a couple weeks of food. One like that. There he is.
Oh, you got a nasty picture too.
That was before I cleaned out his cone.
His cone catches all his spit. It's disgusting. I cannot wait for that thing to come off. Of course,
I keep cleaning it.
It's kind of nice because then it's not all on the walls.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah. It's
What about
so
a dog?
gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What do you think, guys? What would you give for a good guard dog? Huh? Anybody? Nobody's
Good
making any
guard
comments on
dog, my
good guard
foot.
dog. What?
He's
Him?
him.
A shotgun.
Oh,
Excellent. Now
yeah.
we're talking, Tim. Now that's a fair trade right there. That's a fair trade in my mind. Here we go.
What's up, Brad and Christa, and everybody at the
Shameless
Big Family
plug,
Homestead? I'm Bear with BearIndependent.com, owner and purveyor of fine medical kits at RefugeMedical.com. How much is it worth? A security dog. Let me think. I don't know. This one seems to be broken today, so maybe we could orchestrate a trade or something, because he just wants to go in the house. Hey, lay down. Good job. I don't know. Security is pretty important. Maybe we could trade for some water? Are you thirsty? Or maybe, I know what you need. Firewood? Do you need firewood? Because I have some firewood. I could maybe trade you for some firewood. Nope. Got it all figured out. I know what you need. 50 tons of cow manure for your garden so that you don't starve to death in SHTF. I will trade you your security dog for cow manure.
What do you think, guys? I would say a dog, a good guard dog, it would probably be invaluable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely invaluable.
Yeah. I mean, think about this. If something were, or somebody were to be coming after your person or family, I'd rather lose a dog than a human.
Oh, of course. Definitely. I love our dogs and wouldn't want to see any harm come to them, but dogs can be replaced.
Yeah.
You know, you can't replace your children or your spouse. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a shotgun would be a good replacement or a good trade.
That's solid. Yeah, Tim came with the A game right there. That's about fair too, I would think.
Empty hammock. I'd trade not having to step in poo in the yard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Funny.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, shameless plug number 530,000. You know that I have bad arthritis, but I don't have the symptoms because I've been taking Moringa.
Yep.
Moringa oleifera. I used to be on a $2,500 a month shot. And so we teamed up with Pura Vida, and this is the boss, Alex. What would you trade to not have arthritis symptoms? What would you trade? That's a crappy deal for real. He's talking about the dog, I think.
The manure.
Yeah. Oh, there's something on mine. There's hair. How do I hope that's mine?
Just say it's not mine.
What would you trade not to have arthritis symptoms? If you can't get to the store. Oh my gracious, people. This is what my friend, who is he's one of the owners. He's one of the bosses.
Yeah.
And by the way, there is a link down below, and I think they're giving a discount too. Shameless
Yes.
plug, told you, warned you. This is Alex Moringa.
Big Family Homestead, how we doing? What's going on, Brad? Happy Mother's Day, Christa. What's it worth? Moringa, what's it worth to me? If I was out of Moringa, what would I trade for it?
My husband?
I'd probably have to give up a peso. That's right, a peso. That peso? Peso, did you hear that? Did you hear that, peso? Hey, did you hear that? I'd have to give you up. Let's hope that never happens, because I love this dog. You guys have a good one.
What can you say?
I'd trade peso for that.
Peso?
Peso's so cute.
Peso's cute,
He's
but
so
man,
cute.
if you can't move around.
I'd trade peso for Moringa.
Oh boy. Are you trading that Moringa for 5 bottles on hot sauce and a pound of salt? All right, all right.
Take that trade. I'll take that trade.
Good question.
It's so funny. He named his dog his little tiny dog Peso.
Peso. I've had several kinds of meds that don't work. Meg, let me tell you what. I was on a $2,500 a month shot. They took it away because of Obamacare. And yeah, no, I was one of those guys that didn't lose my doctor. No, I did.
Right.
And I didn't lose my medicine.
Yeah, right.
Oh, but I did lose my medicine. But
Yeah.
I know there's people angrily clicking away. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But it happened to us for real.
Yep.
So Moringa saved the day. Look, I can still play guitar.
You can still raise your arms too. Yep. He had it in his shoulders really bad.
Tim Skidmore, priceless. 20 gallons of gas. 20 gold rings. Nice.
And a
A first
partridge
aid
in a pear
kit.
tree.
A first aid kit. I'll send you some. Whoa.
10 dozen homemade molasses cookies. Yummy.
For your freezer.
Well, 10 dozen. You can't eat 10 dozen before they become
Yeah.
stale.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll make some people some smoked pulled pork for Moringa.
Tacos.
Oh my gosh.
Yummy.
Now we're talking, brother. You can come on over. I'll swap you some Moringa. Absolutely. A single actual. Oh, Dave, for your mobility, that's a fair trade, man. That's a fair trade.
Yeah.
That's fair trade.
Yeah, no, Barry over at Empty Hammock, I have a 5-pound block of silly putty. Would that work?
I'm already silly enough.
You could mold a peso out of it.
Well, and you're not going to need it because being a Lady Christa,
yes.
It's beneath you. Silly. It's too far silly.
Too far silly.
Too far silly. Last one, guys. Last one's from our buddy over at Bear Independent. And you got to use knife hand because he does that all the time. He calls it knife hand. What about,
Is he really?
Yeah, knife hand. So, what about a Reese's cup? Show them. What's it worth, people? Reese's cups. On your mark, get set. Here we go.
Got all this ammo and no food. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, mister, you want a Reese's?
Thank you so much, madam. I pledge my fealty to thee. I am thine servant. No harm shall ever come to you while there is air in my lungs. All right, for real though, food is super duper important. Hopefully you never have to fire a shot in anger or put on a plate carrier for real. But you are gonna have to eat, preferably 3 times per day. So what is a Reese's cup worth? Security in my mind, community in my mind, mutual assistance in my mind. It's much deeper than that. You have to be able to feed yourselves and therefore feed your people so you can, as Mike Shelby at Forward Observer says, create a first world zone in a third world nation, because unfortunately, I think that's the direction we're headed. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, Brad and Christa. Have a blessed day, Big Family Homestead.
Okay. What do you think, guys? Is he full of baloney or is he spot on?
Yeah.
What do you think?
He's spot on.
You know, I know where they live, in what area they live. It was so funny that it was melted.
Yeah.
Did you see it was all smooshy?
Smooshy. Still ate it.
And
Doesn't matter. Still tastes delicious.
Whoever that actress was, man, she did a good job.
Is that his daughter?
I'm not going to venture to guess.
Oh.
But I do know that, okay, you know how insidious rumors get started?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. I don't want to, well, I'm going to say it.
Stop.
I'm going to say
I
it.
don't even know what you're going to say.
He dyes his beard. I don't. He dyes his beard. And did you see? He tweezes.
Well, and I think he brushes his eyebrows
his
up.
brows. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to be the one to say that, but beard dyer. Just saying. No. What do you think, guys? Is he full of baloney?
No. If he was full of baloney, he wouldn't need a Reese's so much.
Boy, he was set up for battle.
Yeah. Did you see how filthy that weapon was?
It gets used.
I'm like, dude, come on.
It gets used.
Clean that thing.
It might have been a little dirty, but it gets used.
Looks like he dropped it in the mud.
It might have gotten dropped in the mud, but I'll bet you he was on his way. He was on his way to clean it when he met the Reese's girl.
I'm just razzing. I don't care that it was
dirty. No, you didn't know that? He was literally coming from training. Why else would you be dressed like that?
I don't know.
He came from training, and then he met Reese's girl. We should have a shirt made up. Reese's girl. Wonder Boy and Reese's girl.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Anyway, a serious thank you to Doug from Amio Life, Alex from Pura Vida,
and TJ.
Bulletproof Pastor, and the one, the only, the ever Bear Independent.
Yes.
So that's it, guys. I hope you're having a great time. If you like these kind of videos and the good news, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell, Because if you don't, they're not going to give you the comeback notifications. What?
Man, don't pick on Bear. He's got those knife hands.
It's like Ultraman.
I'm not. I tease and love. We really like.
We
him.
do like them.
It's all in fun. Yep.
So that said, guys, links down below for Pura Vida and Amio Life. And honestly, we're having fun with this, but this is obviously pretty serious, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you all for bearing with us on the time change just for this evening. We will not be this late next week because, goodness gracious, it's 5 minutes till 10 and I'm going to turn into a pumpkin.
Lady
at 10
Pumpkin.
o'clock. Lady Pumpkin.
Lady Christa the Pumpkin.
That's right.
You can go back to the beginning and watch.
That's right. Yeah.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Cry, oh God, listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. Forever before God, appoint steadfast love and faithfulness to watch over him, so I will ever sing praises to your name as I perform my vows day after day. Prolong the life of the King, may his years endure to all generations. Hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. So will I ever sing praises to your that is higher than I. For you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. Hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than